Why Americans are going broke in 2026. Right now, in 2026, something strange is happening in the United States. On the outside, everything looks normal, even successful. People are driving expensive cars. Restaurants are full. New gadgets are selling out within hours. Social media is filled with luxury lifestyles, vacations, and people living their best life. But behind this illusion, there's a growing financial crisis. Millions of Americans are quietly going broke. And the most dangerous part? Most people don't even realize it yet, because this isn't a sudden crash. It's a slow, silent breakdown of financial stability that has been building for years. Let's start with something simple. Imagine you earn $4,000 a month. A few years ago, that might have been enough to live comfortably. You could pay rent, buy groceries, maybe save a little and still enjoy life. But in 2026, that same $4,000 feels completely different. Rent alone can take $1,800 to $2,500 depending on the city. Groceries cost significantly more than they used to. Gas, insurance, internet, subscriptions, everything has gone up. And suddenly, that $4,000 doesn't feel like enough anymore. This is the first major reason Americans are going broke. Their money is losing power. Inflation has quietly eaten away at purchasing power. Prices have increased faster than wages, so even if someone is earning the same or even slightly more, they're actually worse off. It doesn't feel dramatic day to day. It's not one big expense that shocks you. It's small increases everywhere. $5 more here, $20 more there, $100 extra on rent. Over time, it adds up. And before you know it, you're struggling to keep up. Now here's where things get worse. When people can't afford their lifestyle anymore, they don't always cut back immediately. Instead, they use credit. Credit cards have become a lifeline for millions of Americans. First, it feels helpful. You swipe your card for groceries. You use it to pay bills. You tell yourself you'll pay it off next month. But next month comes, and something else comes up, so you pay the minimum. And that's where the trap begins. Because credit cards don't just let you spend money. They charge interest. High interest, often 20% or more. So that $1,000 balance doesn't stay $1,000. It grows, slowly at first, then faster. And the minimum payment is designed to keep you stuck. You're not really paying off the debt. You're just keeping it alive. Now multiply this by millions of people across the country. People using credit not for luxury, but for survival. This is how a financial crisis builds silently. But it doesn't stop there. Housing has become one of the biggest financial pressures in America. Owning a home used to be a major milestone. It meant stability, security, progress. But today, for many people, it feels impossible. Home prices have skyrocketed. Interest rates are high. Even people with decent income struggle to afford a mortgage. So what do? They rent. But rent isn't cheap either. In many cities, rent takes up 40% to 50% of a person's income. Think about that. Half your income, just for a place to live. What's left after that? Groceries, bills, transportation, healthcare. Saving money becomes almost impossible. And without savings, one small emergency can destroy everything. That brings us to another hidden problem: healthcare costs. In the United States, getting sick isn't just stressful, it's expensive. Even with insurance, people face deductibles, copays, and unexpected bills. One hospital visit can cost thousands of dollars. Many people delay going to the doctor because they can't afford it. Others go and end up in debt. Medical bills are one of the leading causes of financial problems. Now add another layer to this situation: student loans. Millions of Americans start their adult lives already in debt. They go to college hoping for a better future, but they graduate with tens of thousands of dollars in loans. Every month, a portion of their income goes toward paying off that debt. This reduces their ability to save, invest, or even enjoy life. It delays major life decisions. Buying a house, starting a family, building wealth. Everything gets pushed further away. Now let's talk about something less obvious, but just as powerful: Social pressure. In today's world, people don't just live their lives. They display them. Social media platforms constantly show us what others are doing. Luxury vacations, expensive dinners, designer clothes. Even if it's not real, it feels real. And it creates pressure. People feel like they need to keep up. So they spend more. They upgrade their lifestyle. They buy things they don't truly need. Not because they want to, but because they feel like they have to. This is how lifestyle inflation happens. As income increases, spending increases even faster. And instead of building wealth, people stay stuck. Now here's something surprising. Even high-income earners are struggling. People making $100,000 or more per year. From the outside, they look successful. But many of them are living paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because their expenses are just as high. Big houses, expensive cars, private schools, high taxes. The more they earn, the more they spend. So they never really get ahead. This shows an important truth. Income alone doesn't make you financially secure. What matters is what you keep and how you manage it. Another major factor is the rise of the gig economy. Side hustles, freelancing, delivery apps, they promise flexibility and extra income. And for many people, they're necessary, but they're not stable. There's no job security, no benefits, no guaranteed income. People are working more, but feeling less secure. It's like running faster on a treadmill that never stops. Now combine all of this: rising costs, easy access to credit, expensive housing, healthcare risks, student debt, social pressure, unstable income, creates a perfect storm. A system where it's incredibly easy to fall behind and very hard to get ahead. And this is why Americans are going broke in 2026. Not because they're lazy, not because they're careless, but because the financial environment has changed. The rules are different now, and most people are still playing by the old rules. But here's the important part. Once you understand what's happening, you can start to change your approach. You can become more aware of your spending. You can avoid high-interest debt. You can focus on building savings. You can learn how money actually works. Because at the end of the day, wealth isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep and how wisely you use it. Most people won't realize this until it's too late. But now you do. The question is, what are you going to do differently?